Kingfisher has done it again. Seriously, though, she has done it again.
I've loved every single one of her books I've read.
You will come out of this book disgusted and knowledgeable.
Hey page turners, you're listening to Pages Across the Prairies,
your virtual book club and place to share the whimsy of reading.
We're your hosts, Adriana
and Christine. And we're so glad you're here.
Hi, welcome back to Pages Across the Prairies, your favorite virtual book club. I'm your host, Christine, a mom of two boys with a background in library services and running book clubs.
I'm Adriana, and I'm a new mom, and I have a memoir in progress.
I'm excited to read it. Okay, so this is one of our unique episodes where we just give you, we're going to be discussing Wolfworm by T. Kingfisher today, and we're just going to give you just a brief little summary, some quotes, and then maybe a couple sprinklers of spoilers, but we will warn you before we do so.
Perfect.
So if you've read the book and you want to hear more about it, you can join us. If you're wanting to know if you should read the book, join us as well. A little bit of something for everyone.
Perfect. And by the end of this, if you need more in-depth conversation, please let us know.
Yes, because you know we love to talk about books.
Yes. So that being said, everybody should read this book. It is about a scientific illustrator who arrives to a secluded manor to draw insects. She finds herself trapped in a nightmare of parasites, secrets, and the terrifying cost of curiosity. I need you all to find it and read this book right now.
Read it. Actually, I wanted to open the episode being like, T. Kingfisher has done it again. Seriously, though, she has done it again. Never disappoints.
No, I've loved every single one of her books I've read.
Just gross, though. Like, gross. Yes. But love it. You will come out of this book disgusted and knowledgeable.
Yes. Yes, you will. You will learn more about parasites than you'll have ever wished to have known.
I don't know what the category is, because we like historical fiction because it teaches us about history, obviously. This is like a natural fiction. I don't know what the specific category for it is. I should have genres ready, but it teaches you knowledge about the natural world. It's like reading a biology book that's been turned into a story.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a proper term, but I like calling it like nature horror.
It is. Well, yeah, natural horror. I'm pretty sure T. Kingfisher herself has said before natural horror. But it's like factual natural horror. Like, some things like, she spins it. It might not happen that way.
Yeah.
But a lot of the characteristics of these things are very true.
Yes.
And I love that.
And then off of another genre, there is a lot of body horror. So just pre-warning about that.
Yeah. Some of it's real rough to read, but read it anyway. I don't care.
Exactly.
All right, for quotes, I'm trying to keep it short, but I've got a couple. I can't help it. I've got two that are more feminist in nature. The first one, and you might need to understand the context. A certain type of man requires only that a woman be in their power. And that was talking about, I feel that this quote is important because the main character was like, I'm ugly, nobody would do anything to me, but that's her whole point was some people don't require you to be pretty, and I feel like very often women put ourselves down, and it puts us in precarious predicaments because we're like, well, I'm too ugly. Why would anything ever happen to me? And that does not help anybody to put yourself down like that. No. I think naivety leads to a lot of dangerous issues, so I thought it was an important thing to mention. And in the midst of horror, some small part of me was annoyed by this. I am handling this all quite badly. I expected better of me, really. Which, funny, but also, like, that's what I love about T. Kingfisher is, like, I feel so seen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
In some of her characters, where I'm like, I would totally think that. Like, you're dealing with something horrific and you're insulting yourself and how you're handling it, as I just did with Mexican Goth. No, I didn't insult it. I was insulting female leads in books. Anyhow, watch the other episode, you'll find out.
But you're so right. Like, she creates this inner dialogue of characters that are so realistic.
Yeah. I feel like people felt that way with Marcus Cleatwire, like the Eve and the anxiety. I wasn't quite there with that, but I could see feeling seen in that character. I don't know. I love it. When I just feel like the author's being so honest.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I had one more. Intuition is just an observation that you don't realize you've made.
Yeah, I love that one. It's so true. And I've been thinking a lot about intuition lately, and it's just
we talk about it a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know, it is just an observation of our subconscious.
Yeah, because you pick up so many things. Your brain is working overtime for you all the time, and so it may have picked up on a lot of things, like even just body language, posture, tonality. It might have previous memories or just previous indentations from incidents that it's just compiling for you, like an amazing computer that it is. Honestly, this episode's kind of gone off track because we're just like, what's the word? Protecting yourself from precarious predicaments.
Pretty much. Well, to get back on track, if you want to know how this book kind of, will tell you details, is a quote that we both enjoyed was, "The ribs were etched so deeply that I could have fit my hand into the grooves between them." So, yeah. Enjoy that.
I was saying she writes like her imagery.
It's so good. It's spot on.
So
like I'm
good.
right there.
I was like, yeah, because people will write about people that are tormented or struggling or starved or whatever, but that image, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Fortunately, I don't know. It's great that we can picture it now, but also,
yeah. Honestly, with her book, sometimes it's a little bit like torture because I'm like, I am going to make myself picture this. Because sometimes I'll read over things and I'll be like, you've given me some imagery, I'm not doing it. But in this one, I intentionally put myself there.
Exactly.
Like I'll go back and I'll be like there's a scene, I'm not going to spoil it, but with the ripping and then the popping.
Yes,
I was like, I'm going to read this again, though. I'm going to picture it because, I mean, the character has to be there. Why can't I?
I don't know about you, but I could hear it happening.
Oh, gosh, yeah. It's like I watched a movie.
Exactly. I had to pause the book at that and be like, do I have a popcorn bucket nearby? Because, yeah.
Okay, and then you had one more, right?
Yes. The history of the world is written in dying bodies and in those who have picked up afterwards.
That is true, because I feel like, just very true. That's what we leave behind.
True.
And the people who pick it up decide the history to it.
Exactly. We can have a certain view of how we want to leave the history behind, but it's not up to us.
No, that's a good one. Okay, so now there may be a little bit of spoilers. We'll try and keep it fairly, not PG, but you know what I mean. We'll try and not destroy the book, but we wanted to talk about some things that we loved about this book. I think we already mentioned imagery, obviously.
Yes.
Education, about entomology.
Entomology, yeah.
Yeah, I loved that. All of it. Perfect.
It was so good. Like, the descriptions, again, imagery of the descriptions. I could see these bugs. They were so vibrant.
And I like such a clever way to do it, too, and having the character be drawing them.
Yes, it's a great way to get the descriptions out to us and in a way we can understand.
Yes. I do. Okay, so this might be I just have to ask you this. This might be a big spoiler. Okay, it will be. So the main, I guess, bad guy. Well, no, sorry, that's incorrect. What was his name? The tortured soul. Saul? Saul. S-O-L, right?
Saul.
S-O-L. And then he's literally S-O-L. Anyhow.
Yeah,
I wonder if that was intentional. Okay. So Saul, him? Did you at any point question her support and non-questioning of him? Because I don't think it never felt like there was really a moment where she was like, I'm not going to help you, I'm not going to free you, I'm not safe around you. Like, I mean, she was like, maybe not, but she never seemed to be like, I'm considering turning my back. I never got that.
No, I feel like when she saw what was happening down there, she was full on, this is wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. And she already disliked the main guy, but I was like, just because there's one bad guy doesn't mean there can't be two. So what is your perception of it, especially like towards the end? Do you believe that this character is morally good? And would you have behaved the same way that she did?
That is a big question.
It is.
You know how she really loved and respected the previous artist, Saul's lover? I would have to say I would also I would do what she did, probably, because I have nothing to base this character off of other than this lady who disappeared. So I would be like, okay, well, she seems like an upstanding citizen, so I'm going to just trust her.
Yeah, I think kind of like intuition and reading the room. Yeah. I felt similarly when she was just like, oh, because she asked a question. She's like, did she know and still trust you? And she kind of based everything from there on. And I was right there with her. I was like, yeah. Because really, in this book, who can you trust? Yes, towards the end, you did know who you could trust, but it felt like a surprise could be waiting around the corner at any point. So you feel that you have a connection. Yeah. So probably I would have gone with the same thing. I would have been half expecting to die anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm just going to do what I feel is right.
Did you think Saul was going to turn against her and like shoot her?
No, simply because of like him telling her to stay away and not to free him off the start.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm also like, I might not necessarily trust his predecessors. I trust you, but I need more information before we go into this because it sounds truly horrific.
Yeah. Did you think that the lady, his lover, was gonna come back?
No.
Yeah, like
did you?
No.
I thought she was I can't even I wasn't prepared to talk in depth, but I feel like I had a lot of theories. I thought she'd maybe died or something. Like I didn't expect the book to play out how it did.
No, this was a twisty book, actually.
Twisty. Yeah, good point. Surprises
I thought she was dead.
everywhere. I mean, we knew she warned us that the one guy off the start wasn't trustworthy, so we knew that the whole way through. But very interesting how it all played out.
But if she hadn't have given us that warning, do you think you would have viewed him differently and given him a chance?
He was like what's the word for it? I'm already standoffish towards people who kind of front religion as their main personality trait, because I think that can be used to hide a lot of sinister things, and people often do. So that was my vibe of him off the start.
Yeah, him being so willing to take her from the train station to the house. Like, I know that maybe I shouldn't be quite so paranoid of everybody in life, but that gave me the
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, thank you, the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. And it like felt, I got very like abusive tones off him almost off the start. Like it was like you could feel, I don't know, that she was in danger if she said the wrong thing kind of thing, that he was prone to lashing out, or like that there was some kind of violence under the surface of that. You could feel it the whole time.
Yes, exactly. But that being said, I didn't quite expect the main guy, the doctor guy, to be so cruel. I knew he was not a great character.
The religious zealot, whatever. He almost ended up being one of the better characters in a way.
Yes, that's what it came to be in my head. I was like, okay, he's not a great guy, but why is he not the worst?
He's stuck, and it seems like because he was just like, oh, I wish you'd done this, or I wish you'd done that. He wanted things not to be how they were, although he did have the power, but anyhow. Yeah, we're spiraling here. We're spiraling. We're going into a deep dive. If you want that, let us know. In the meantime, we will have more short book talks for you throughout the summer, throughout the future. Follow along. We post them on all our platforms, but you'll get different content depending on where you follow, and we're on all social media as far as I'm aware.
I think so. Yes. So please subscribe, share, and see you next time.
Yeah, and if you like this one, I do recommend watching our Mexican Gothic episode.
Yes. And if you want one on what moves the dead, let us know.
We're obsessed. Okay.
We are.
Thanks for flipping through pages across the prairies with us. Until next time, keep your tea warm, your bookmark handy, and if you enjoyed today's chat, like, share, and subscribe to join us again.